Welcome to Global World Watch. Please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. In late 2025, the United States launched a bold diplomatic push to unite allies against China with coordinated sanctions. The aim pressure Beijing over trade, military actions in the South China Sea, and technological dominance. Washington approached over 30 nations, expecting a show of unity, but 27 declined, including some of America's closest allies. The campaign, intended to demonstrate U.S. leadership, instead exposed its limits. Economic ties to China were simply too strong for most countries to risk. China is the top trading partner for over 120 nations. Sanctions threaten their own economies. Fear of Chinese retaliation also loomed large. The episode marked a turning point. The world no longer automatically follows Washington's lead. Countries now prioritize their own interests over ideological alignment. The refusal sent a clear message: most nations want to avoid the US-China rivalry. For American foreign policy, this was a wake-up call. The era of unchallenged US dominance is over. The sanctions push was the latest move in a long US strategy to contain China's rise. American leaders cited unfair trade practices, intellectual property theft, and forced tech transfers as threats. Sanctions targeted these issues, aiming to protect US innovation and slow China's technological advance. But the motivations ran deeper. Washington saw China's military and tech growth as a direct challenge to US global leadership. The Belt and Road Initiative and advances in AI and quantum computing fueled these fears. The US framed the contest as democracy versus autocracy, hoping to rally allies on moral grounds. Sanctions were meant to force China to open markets and respect international norms. But the plan hinged on global participation. Without a united front, the strategy faltered. Most nations saw too much risk and too little reward. The US found itself isolated, its leverage diminished. The classic playbook of economic pressure no longer guaranteed results. The world had changed. Economics drove most countries' refusal. For many, China is an essential economic partner. Sanctions meant self-inflicted pain. Leaders feared job losses, angry businesses, and recession. Chinese retaliation was a real threat, as seen with Australia and Lithuania. Neutrality seemed safer than risking Beijing's wrath. Many nations also wanted strategic autonomy, tired of choosing sides in the US-China rivalry. They preferred balanced relations with both powers. Doubts about sanctions' effectiveness were widespread. China's economy is resilient and increasingly self-reliant. Escalation risked more harm than good. Engagement, not confrontation, was seen as the better path. The decision was pragmatic, not ideological. As the US pushed sanctions, China launched a diplomatic counteroffensive. Chinese officials framed America as a bully clinging to lost dominance. They promoted partnership, free trade, and development, contrasting US pressure with Chinese cooperation. This message resonated, especially in the global South. China's Belt and Road Initiative and promises of investment swayed many nations. The US appeared isolated, while China gained diplomatic ground. Beijing offered economic incentives to those who stayed neutral. For many, the choice was clear: economic benefits with China or costly confrontation with the US. China's narrative boosted its global image and national pride. The failed sanctions campaign was a diplomatic win for Beijing. America's influence looked diminished. The refusal to sanction China marks a new era in global politics. American dominance has given way to a multipolar world with shifting alliances. Nations now act on self-interest, not ideology. US power is constrained by global economic interdependence. Sanctions are blunt tools that can backfire on allies. Leadership now requires persuasion and consensus, not just might. China's diplomatic victory validates its global strategy, but its growing power brings new responsibilities and scrutiny. Most countries will avoid taking sides, making global cooperation harder. The US-China rivalry will shape the future, but it won't be a simple Cold War. America must adapt with smarter, more realistic policies. The old playbook no longer works.